Right, hello there students, and I want to talk about the gold rush, and this aspect of the gold rush, this thing I want to talk about is town and city development. There it is, town and city development. Right, well of course, in the gold rush, you got brand new, large, beautiful, sparkly buildings. Look how nice they are, brand new and shiny. Ballarat, particularly in the 1860s, very close to a major gold field. Right, well, why did we get these new buildings? Well, obviously, because people in and around places like, again, Ballarat, one of the main gold fields, increase their wealth. Okay, they've got all this money. They want somewhere to stay. They're spending money in Ballarat. More people are coming to Ballarat. Families are coming to Ballarat. They're finding gold in Ballarat. So Ballarat increased its wealth. And because, of course, the population increased in Ballarat, because the population in Ballarat went up, well, they need more people, they need more buildings, right, to put all the people. Now, I crossed that out. I shouldn't have. I didn't need to do that. What I meant to do was underline it. They needed new buildings to put all the people that suddenly were in Ballarat looking for gold. And guess what? They had all the dollars because they're finding lots of gold. So more people, more dollars means new buildings. And of course, it wasn't just Ballarat. It was the surrounding areas. And there was other towns and cities where they found gold nearby as well. And they grew as well. I think this is a great paragraph. I'm just going to read it out. Because major gold discoveries were made in Victoria, this newly separated state, now that happened in Federation, suddenly found itself very wealthy, a lot of money in Victoria. Business boomed together with the population, and more people settled further out from the established towns, sparking interest and enthusiasm in exploration. So business boomed, the state boomed. Victoria, which used to be just a bit of a boring old nothing state, suddenly became a very interesting and rich state. Started to rival New South Wales, okay, which had its own. I better write that down. Victoria versus New South Wales. Okay, New South Wales found its own gold field. It had its own gold fields, but Victoria's perhaps a little bit stronger. The big finds were in Victoria. And you know what? Because of that, guys, because of the rivalry between Melbourne, which is in Victoria, it's like the capital of Victoria, and Sydney, right? Because Sydney used to be the boss of everything. I mean, that's where we started Australia, in Sydney. That's where Europeans got off the boat. So we started Australia in Sydney. But because of all the gold we found in Victoria, Melbourne became much more powerful, right? And because of the rivalry between Melbourne and Sydney, New South Wales, a new site was chosen for the Australian capital. Canberra lies where it is today because of the very rivalry brought on by the gold rush. You said because you had Melbourne here, guys, right? Then you had, 300,000 kilometres. Sydney over here, okay? And you know how they put Canberra? They put it right in the middle. Right there. Like just in the middle of the country, basically. If you've ever gone to Canberra, it is in a weird spot. There's no doubt about it. Canberra is in a weird spot. It's just surrounded by nothing. It's just out in the middle of the country. And they did that because the Melburnians thought they were really important because their city was getting richer, arguably because of the gold rush. And Sydney was going, we're the most important because we're where Australia sort of started. So the government decided to put it, to make the nation's capital in Canberra, which is just in the middle of Sydney and Melbourne. It's called a compromise. And maybe it was a silly old compromise, but regardless, we do have a beautiful capital. Of course, it's in the middle of nowhere, but it is a beautiful capital. All right, so towns grew because of the gold rush, guys. Plenty to think about there. Was that the most important thing that happened in Australia? I mean, the nation's capital came about where it is because of the gold rush. I mean, that's pretty important. All right, have a think about it. Thank you.